What's going on, everybody? My name is Justis. I'm with my guy.
What's poppin'? It's poppin'. It's your boy Tyaire. How y'all doing?
You tuned into the Silky Boys podcast, the Wavest podcast out for sports news. What's going on in the culture right now? Tyaire, how you feeling this week, bro?
Man, I don't know, bro. I'm feeling a little jaded. I'm feeling like Jaded Smith right now, bro. Like I'm real jaded right now, bro. It's just a lot going on in my life. I just don't know. I'm jaded about a lot of different avenues in my life, bro. That's how I'm feeling, bro. Like I got the free this weekend, but I'm celibate, bro. So like I don't even know how that works in the grand scheme of
You can't even
things.
say that with a straight face. Stop it. You can't even say that with a straight face. Stop the cap. Stop the cap.
I can when I have viewers out there now. So let's.
I'm feeling great. I've had a good week this week. Looking forward to this podcast. Yeah, let's just get right into it, bro. NFL news. Julio Jones has been traded from the Atlanta Falcons to the Tennessee Titans for a second round pick and later picks in future drafts. Where does this put the Titans in Super Bowl contention?
This if this puts them in Super Bowl contention, all contingent on the play of Ryan Tannehill. If Ryan Tannehill can perform to MVP level, there's no reason why this shouldn't be a Super Bowl winning team. When you have the two best players at skill positions in the league, you should be able to make a Super Bowl. Where you have Julio Jones and Derrick Henry, that's enough to get you to the Super Bowl. So, like I said, it's contingent if Ryan Tannehill can have elite quarterback play, then they can get there. But I just feel like with this move, I don't know what it gets for Julio. What do you see in this deal for Julio? Was this a better upgrade for him or
I wouldn't necessarily. I feel like he pretty much just went to another team that was basically on the same kind of track that he was already on in Atlanta. Because you can make an argument that with all three of those guys, had they still been there, Julio, Calvin Ridley, Kyle Pitts, you get a good year out of Ryan Tannehill, that team can make some noise in the postseason.
exactly?
So you're literally just going from that to teaming up with Ryan Tannehill, Derrick Henry, and AJ Brown. And Ryan Tannehill has a good year. Y'all can make some noise in the postseason. So he really just went from one city to another, but it's basically like the same situation.
Exactly. Like the only move that could have happened where I'm like, oh, this is world ending. They're going to the Super Bowl, winning it all would have been the Seahawks, and that was the only
Yeah.
move that would have made me feel like that. Other than that, it's just like these quarterbacks are similar or equal to what Matt Ryan was going to contribute to Julio Jones' success in the later part of his career. So it's just like the problem for Julio has never been the talent surrounding him. Like he's always had great talent. He started off the league with Roddy White as a number one wide receiver on his team. So it's like he's always had other guys on his team. It's been the person delivering him the ball that's hampered his success. So it's just like we're banking on Ryan Tannehill. But I feel like Vrabel has built the culture there where they're gonna make some noise. I feel like it's gonna be between them, the Ravens, and the Chiefs next year for those top three spots, and then the Browns just gonna be lingering around trying to punch up.
Not the Bills. Bills not in there.
Oh yeah, the Bills. The Bills is there too.
Yeah. I have the Chiefs, Bills, and as far as like top tier rankings, I have Chiefs, Bills, Bucks, and 49ers. And then I have the Tennessee Titans like right underneath that tier. They're in the mix with, like I said, like the Browns, the Ravens, and teams like that. But I will say this is really only going to benefit AJ Brown in the long run. So he's going to see Julio working out side by side, seeing this dude, Hall of Famer, see what kind of work that he puts in every single day. It's just going to make him a better player in the long run.
This just shows you like the power of manifestation definitely works. So I'm gonna keep manifestation Rihanna into my life because it's gonna happen one day. The way AJ Brown was manifesting Julio Jones to come to him, I know that this is a truly thing that works. Anybody that if you have something that you want and you want to have it, just keep manifesting it. It's gonna come to you one day.
One day. Just look at AJ Brown and Julio. Just look at that. But that would be exciting to see in the NFL. Moving on, NBA playoffs. We're officially in the second round. So let's talk about the Nets and the Bucks. So for the first two games, the Nets look like the most unstoppable team in the league, one of the most unstoppable teams that we've seen probably like the past 4 to 5 years, going back to that Golden State team with Kevin Durant, Curry, Clay, and Draymond. Came out, won both games at home at Brooklyn. Last night was a slugfest. Milwaukee did what they had to do on the defensive end, try to keep Kyrie and KD in check for the most part in that first half, and they also were able to score the ball well. I think in the first quarter, both Chris Middleton and Giannis had all the Bucks points within that first quarter. So that was really good for them, really good to see out of them because they needed to get this game at home. So now that the series now 2-1, or the Bucks' odds of trying to make this a more competitive series and their odds to actually get into the conference final. Actually,
this series is done. There's no odds for them in this series. I saw a video of Giannis last night doing 0 moves, and it's just like, yeah, they're not gonna get it. They got here based off of a blown layup and a couple mishaps late. I feel like the Nets are not really going to stress too much over this. Like I said, the leader that they have on their team is a dude who's not going to get too high and too low. Like Kevin Durant's gonna be like, all right, bro, you fucked up the layup, but we about to get you high. He probably that dude, Brown might score like 10 points next game or 10 to 15 points. They're gonna look to get him incorporated. So I just feel like the trajectory this team is on is really just please get out the way. Like the Bucks just were lucky to get off one. I really don't feel like there's no momentum here for them to build on.
I feel like there still is, just slightly. I still have Brooklyn coming out this series, but if you're Milwaukee, this feels really good just to get one back at home, and you're trying to convince yourself like, okay, we got one back at home. We forgot about games 1 and 2. We're not even looking at those. Now we're just going into game 4, try to tie the series, and go to Brooklyn for game 5. That's ultimately where I think everyone's mindset in that Milwaukee locker room is at right now. But we do also have to mention the fact that Harden has not played this series at all. So,
meanwhile, he's out here sending alleged shots at Sweetie. And executive producing albums of the years. Like Harden, you are a tricky. Yeah, he was the EP of Voice of the Heroes.
What is Kawhi? What is James Harden? Like,
I'm telling you, it's that Compton, lower South Central LA energy with those dudes, bro. I'm telling you, they're tied into the game, bro.
Oh wow. But yeah, hopefully Milwaukee it will make it to a competitive series just for all basketball fans' sake. I hope that. Moving on to a fun series that I've just been enjoying this entire time. Phoenix and Denver. I've just fallen in love with this Phoenix team, honestly. The run that they're going on right now, Chris Paul has been my guy. I'm so happy to see the success that he's having. I'm just hoping that it continues and that he doesn't get hurt. I'm becoming a DeAndre Ayton fan just with the way that he plays, just running up and down the court, hustling, and just giving a damn on the basketball court. Like, I just love to see that. And of course, Book just doing his thing, scoring the ball. Just honestly, like this Phoenix Suns team, like I'm hesitant to say that they're legit. I gotta see them get past the second round for me to say that. But right now they're on track.
Yeah, it's definitely been fun. Like this Chris Paul, he's in his bag right now, bro. He's finally getting able to show off to the world that I'm one of the all-time greats. Like just because I haven't had that playoff success that all the other greats have doesn't mean I'm not one of them. Like the chips hasn't fallen my way most of the times in the playoffs throughout my career. He finally is in a situation where even though he looked a little scared in that first round, he's finally in a situation where, okay, I can move, I can show what I'm doing. And that's just what he's doing. He's just putting on a clinic of how to play the point guard position, really having his way with the Nuggets. He's making Paul Millsap look like a rag doll out there. It's just a fun situation. So it's just like, I definitely have them right now with the Clippers down 0-2. I got them coming out the West, and it's looking like we're finally going to see the Los Angeles Clippers in the finals, but they just won't be on the Clippers. They're going to be on the Suns and the Nets.
Facts. And speaking of the Clippers, right now they're now 2-0 against Utah, just because of one dude, Donovan Mitchell. That's it. Just flat out. Game 1 came out, exploded for 45 points. Game 2 had a calm 37.
I got pause this. I'm at my door.
Okay. So another series, talking about the Clippers real quick. Down 2-0 against Donovan Mitchell and the Utah Jazz. Donovan Mitchell, straight up, just that dude. Exploded for 45 points in game 1, came back and scored a calm 37 in game 2. He's a superstar. Stephen A. said it. He's a superstar. I don't know if he's the best player in Utah Jazz history.
Yes, he is. Yes,
I don't know about that.
Karl Malone eliminated himself out of that conversation respectfully. Like, I don't care.
Respectfully. But Karl Malone got MVP though.
I don't care what Karl Malone has. Sir, you have a problem. You need a jumpsuit, orange preferably.
But Donovan's just that dude. It was a close game in game 2. I thought the Clippers were actually gonna rally late and take it, but he's just a closer flat out. Where did the Clippers just go from here if they lose the series right now?
Where's the vengeance that PG was talking about that he was going to show everybody last year? Like where is that at? Like, where is all the talk that PG gives us? That all the Instagram caption he posts, all the 7th grade high school girl Instagram posts that he reposts, where is that when the time comes on the court, bro? Like every time I see him play, I just think about those posts. That's all I wanted to bring up. Like, nobody would be getting on your ass so much. It's the same LeBron thing with this guy, bro. Like, you bring it onto yourself. Nobody offers up, oh, PG's the best, one of the best players in the league. You say that for yourself. You're saying you're gonna prove everybody wrong, and then when you go out there, you're just shooting off of backboards. You're getting crossed by everybody. Luka's not even here anymore, bro. Like Luka is home, my dude. Like, you're safe. You can chill for the rest of the playoffs. But no, like, you just keep getting cooked, and it's like, bro, if I'm Kawhi, I'm really like, why did I do this? Like, what did I see in this guy 2 years ago, bro? Like, what did I see that made me want to really shake up the league like this, bro? I know Kawhi's thinking about it, like, I wish so many other teams picked up the call. Like, I wish they would have traded Bradley Beal for me. Like, he wish those first calls that he made would have happened before the Paul George call happened. Like,
yeah. Like, if the Clippers get bounced in the second round, yeah, he's definitely gonna be like, why did I do this? Or why did I do this to myself? Like, I left Toronto, who I just won a championship with. I probably should have stayed, honestly, in the long run, just kept it competitive in the East instead of going to Clippers. But hey, he just wanted to be in Southern California. Can't blame him. He got the back. He got his ring. Can't blame him for that. But yeah, as of right now, Kawhi on that Clippers team with Paul George, I don't know if y'all like really contended for a championship. Realistically, I'm sorry. I just don't see it right now.
It's funny how we're gonna say this. We're gonna come back next week and they're gonna win the whole series. They're gonna win every game after this, just like we did it last week. We did this shit last series. I feel like they only win when everybody talks shit about them. Like, that's the only time they can win, bro. So, like, I guess that they do this shit on purpose, man, bro.
But the thing is, it's like the reason why I say it, it's not even because of Kawhi at all. Because, like, we all recognize Kawhi is a great player.
Kawhi is looking like Mike out there every night. It's not him, bro.
Exactly. It's literally just everybody else. Paul George, Luka, and literally everybody else. Reggie Jackson, everybody else on that team. Because we already know what Kawhi is and what he does. He's shown that time and time again. So it's not him. And if they do win it, it's like, yeah. It was really just Kawhi. Now that was the reason why.
But then the only reason why Kawhi has to get the blame is because, like we said, you chose this. Like, you crafted this, so like that's why you get the blame. But like, if you just were traded here, then Kawhi would just be free of blame. He just stuck here. But it's like, you get the blame for this because this is something you constructed.
You made this situation. This was intended. Like, you wanted to be here. This was your construction. So. I mean, it is what it is. We'll see what happens next week, bro. Whether we'll see Utah on the conference finals or will it be the Clippers. We'll see about that. Another series in the East, still got to talk about Trae Young, Atlanta Hawks taking on Joel Embiid in the Sixers. Like, how is Joel Embiid playing? Can you answer me that? He's playing on a partially torn meniscus.
I don't know medical terms anymore, bro. I don't get it anymore, bro. I guess people just out here playing, bro. I feel like he just like, not this time, bro. He's like, yeah, no. I feel like whatever injury they would have told him, he's just like, yeah, no, I not this time, bro. Like, they can like, yeah, Joel, your leg's hanging off, but no, I'm gonna you tape it up, we're good. That's what I think it is, bro. I feel like that thing could be killing him, but he's not this time, bro. He's not gonna go out this time, bro. Like, it's too many years in a row that he's been out. He's like, fam, if I do it, this is just gonna be the story of my life. I have to break the chain somewhere, because a part of injuries is the mental aspect. Like if you continue to let yourself like, all right, I'm injured, I can't play, then you're gonna always sit out. So this might just be him like, nah, this is not that bad. I could fight through it. And that's probably what it is, bro.
And he's looking dominant. Like he looks like he's 100% healthy for the most part. Because in game one he put up 39.9. Game two he put up 30 plus again with 11 rebounds, 12 rebounds. Like it's not like he hasn't missed a step since being out those couple of games.
And this can be the moment that cures his injury bug. Like this, just him finally probably facing the, oh, I'm here. I have to fight through this and not sit out. May make him go be and not have this anymore. Like he might never experience injury again. Maybe AD should take the take a hint from this next year, bro. Like if you get hurt, don't sit out, bro. Just go out there and tough it through, bro.
But we both think that with a mostly healthy Joel Embiid, Sixers coming out that series, regardless of what Trae Young does. Yeah, Trae Young just he's had a great playoffs thus far. He's had a great playoffs, and this is really good for him, his confidence in that whole Atlanta organization. So shout out to them, but this is where the road ends.
Yeah, it's clipped here, bro.
I mean, it was nice while it lasted. Like, yeah,
I know Harden wants y'all to win, but it's clipped, bro. Like, like Harden is pulling for Trae to drop 40 every night, bro. Like,
you text him every night, like, yo, I need you, bro. I need you to go off. I need you to go off.
Like Harden realistically trying to have the playoffs matchup. Like he want the Clippers to handle the business in the West. He want the Hawks to knock off the Sixers, and he got a calm little playoffs for him, bro. He's like, I'm chilling. I'm not in Utah. I'm not in Phoenix. I'm in LA and Atlanta, bro. That's the grand game plan for Harden in this championship run. He was like, if I get to play the Clippers and the Hawks, I'm complete, bro. That's all. That's what Harden's waiting for to come back. Like
honestly, once he sees like once he sees like Atlanta in that conference finals, he was like, all right, cool, I'm coming back. I'm good.
He's like, I'm here.
I'm healthy. Now. I just didn't want to be cooling in Milwaukee like that.
Like not, but like I need to be around my people, and my people are the strippers. So.
I need to be throwing 30,000 every night in the club right now.
I'm going to a Nets game, bro. If they make the finals, I gotta buy the tickets, bro. I have to, bro.
That'll definitely be a fun game. It's definitely gonna be like a fun vibe over there in Barclays. Right. Definitely. And real quick, just like shout out to Blake Griffin, like for just coming back out of nowhere, reinventing himself. But there's like this whole narrative right now that people are just like, oh, like Blake Griffin was trash when he was on Detroit. I'm just like, he wasn't trash, he was just injured. And like, let's be real.
Unmotivated. Like I'm in Detroit, fam.
He's in Detroit.
From LA to Detroit. Jared Goff is gonna feel the same way this year, guys.
Like Lions fans, you're actually expecting something out of Jared Goff. Don't expect too much, honestly.
Like he's gonna be sick that he's not waking up to palm trees anymore, guys. That realistically, you have to think about the human aspect of things. Like, fam, he lived in sunny California for 8 years of his career and got shipped to cold ass Detroit in the middle of the winter. I was sick, bro. I'm not trying to hoop right now, bro. Like at all. I'm not trying to hoop.
Facts. And let's also add on top of the fact that the team wasn't good at all when he was playing. And he still put up like career numbers, averaging like 29, 6, and like 7, something like that, while he was in Detroit. He was balling, he was busting his ass. So like this whole narrative that like, oh, like he resurrected his career or like out of nowhere, now he's nice. I'm just like, yo, stop it. Stop it. Just look back what he did in 2019 when he was actually healthy before he got injured through those 40, 50 games. Just look at that. Like the man can just flat out hoop.
That's why I made that joke earlier, bro. That's why I said if the Clippers don't make the finals, Clipper fans are really gonna have to be on suicide watch if it's the Suns Nets finals, bro. Like I don't know how they would deal with that, bro. They're like, this is our team right now playing in the finals.
Like this is literally our team. We had this dude who was our star point guard, this dude who was our number 1 draft pick, and this all-star center who's not even playing in the finals, but he's just there.
So he's just at least 2 of them are going to get a ring out of this, and we're just going to be at home like. Kawhi and PG.
Kawhi, PG, and Luke Kennard's ridiculous contract for the next 3 years. So have fun with that.
And CP's just looking at y'all like, yeah, y'all probably could have kept me a couple more years and we could have worked this out, man. Y'all, but everybody was scared of the Warriors, bro. I feel like that's like, I feel like this has to be brought up. Like, bro, sometimes you're just caught up in the dynasty, and that's what happens to teams, bro. And I feel like that's a story with a lot of great teams. Sometimes you're just not going to beat the Warriors. You're just not going to beat the Bulls, bro. It doesn't mean that shit wasn't a success, because as we see, these players are still hooping later on in their career when that same dynasty is not there anymore. Doesn't mean they were trash during that time. It just the big dogs were there, and you can't knock them off, bro. So just like, you just got to let the
Exactly.
chips as it fall, bro.
Exactly. Like those were some great Seattle Sonics teams. Those were some great Indiana Pacers teams, and those Knicks teams. Like all those were great teams back in the day. And look from here, Clippers, those Rockets teams, OKC. Like all of those were great teams. And y'all were assembled, and y'all hit your peak at the same time the Warriors did, and the Warriors were just so far above everybody else.
And
And
it's like
so,
you can't
unfortunately, that was
look
just
at
what it
that as a
was.
failure. Just like, no, we were just in the greatest era for a team, bro. It's like you can't just gauge it off of a failure, bro. Like if you compare it to the stats of other teams, y'all probably were great during that era too, bro. Like the Spurs had one of the greatest seasons during that Warriors era. Like I feel like the Spurs lost like 3 or 4 games at home one of those seasons, bro. It's just like that's a great all-time great team, but they just weren't the Warriors. So it's just like you get lost up in the we didn't win the championship. Like no, you still had successful teams, bro. And I just feel like that's what we seeing from Blake and CP right now. Like the talent's still there, bro. Like that wash it. You just I feel like we
Yeah.
gauge success too much on winning a championship.
Right, but the thing is, like, we have to just because that's what this whole thing is based around championships. At the end of the day, like, that's your number one goal heading into the
Mhm.
training camp. What can we do to put ourselves in a better situation to win a championship? So, of course, like, yeah, that's where how we're going to value and how we're going to how we're going to gauge your success on the floor. Like, can you win the championship? Yes or no?
Right.
Unfortunately, that's what it is. But you said talent and like just brought me back real quick. I just want to bring this up. Like the league is deep right now with just talent. Like probably like the most that it's been and maybe ever. Like just look at like because I was thinking about this the other day. Like who is your like not off the top, but like trying to come up with a list of like the top 25 players in the league right now, it's kind of hard right now. Because you're gonna leave off a couple of names where you can really make the argument. Like, for example, like Ja. Is Ja a top 520 player?
Yeah, because it gets tough because like you gotta think like you can't have too many guards in there. So it's like you gotta have Dame, you gotta have Steph in there, and you gotta have CP, you gotta have Harden. So it's just like that takes up a lot of guard spots already. And then you gotta add some young dudes. So you gotta add D Book, you gotta add Bradley Bill. So it's just like, where does Ja fit in that? Doesn't mean you're great, but you're just not in that top spot right now. So I feel like I see what you're saying. It's oversaturated right now. So I feel like have a top 30. Like it's just we're in the best era. I feel like as the game continues to grow and evolve, we're just gonna keep seeing greater and greater players because the game is being more focused at an earlier age now. AAU tournaments is starting for 6 year olds, 5 year olds. Like the training is just on another level. So I feel like the game is going to continue to grow and we're just going to continue to see more talented players and just the talent gap is just going to expand and expand. It's not going to be as many as low tier bench players. Like the bench players are going to be buckets now. What I'm saying, bro.
Yeah, within like the next I say within like the next 20 years, like we're gonna look at a lot of teams that are gonna be competitive and in that championship conversations where like their eighth, ninth man can arguably be like their sixth man on another team, something like that.
Exactly. It's just the talent and just the game is evolving, bro. Like it's just expanding so much. Everybody's having the resources. It's just not limited to the small group it was before. Like the underprivileged who didn't have the opportunity now are getting the opportunities, and the other people. It's just expanding, bro. It's just like the world.
That's a fact. And just as a basketball fan, I love to see it. Honestly, just make this game more fun for me. That's all it is. All right, now we can get into new music. There's a low key a good drop day for music. We got Pierre Morn, he dropped 11 Pierre, 5, Kodak dropped, Moneybag and Tyaire, they released something. And of course, we have to talk about this first. The biggest group, bigger than the Beatles, dropped. Migos, Culture 3. Haven't had a Migos project in a little minute. and I thoroughly enjoyed this album, particularly because like of Takeoff. Like we haven't heard from Takeoff music wise in a little bit. He released a couple of loosies here and there, but he's been not even in the mainstream, just cooling for the most part, doing his thing. So for me, like one of the standouts from this album off the rip were those Takeoff verses, and like just hearing them again, like I really just did enjoy it.
Yeah, it's always been that growing popular take that Takeoff is the best Migos in the group. And I feel like this album showed that. And I just feel like each Migos album, I feel like they go into it feeling like, all right, you're gonna lead on this one, you're gonna lead on this one, and you're gonna lead on this one. I feel like the first Culture album that really got them to blow up, I feel like Offset was the lead on that. Like Bad and Bougie was the front song off that. So like that was Offset's album. And I feel like Culture 2 was them coming into that off of Quavo's runs of just hook after hook. He's the hook king, so let's let Quavo run this album. So I feel like Culture 2 is more of an album surrounded around Quavo style, and I feel like this album is just like, all right, let's let Take go off and show what he got. And I feel like every hook, every verse that he's on, he's shown that he's the best flow lyricist on there. And like you said, yeah, he just adds that different punch to the group. Offset's still my favorite, but I feel like Takeoff definitely had a stellar performance on this album.
Yeah, definitely. Just starts out it like Quavo came on here. He did what he did, honestly, with this all of his melodies and the with different flows. I forgot what song. I think it was like in the first half of the album though. He had a flow transition where I was like, wow, right? Like it just really reminded me like, yeah, like he's that dude when it comes like to this thing. When it comes like just being in this rap industry and just a guy that could really invent new flows and hooks and just be really good at them. Like
Yeah, like with the Migos, bro, like they're just so entertaining to me, bro. Like they feel like a superhero group or something to me. Like like, bro, I don't know, like even like on Straightening, bro, like that's my song, bro. Like just the beginning of that song, I feel like the Powerpuff Girls or something are like coming together, like let's go, set. Let's bro. I feel like the Avengers are assembling. Like it's just so fun with them. Like they're just stars. You just get a good feeling with them. And I feel like you can't hate on them. They just bring a good energy to the culture, bro. And I feel like they really are rap culture from 2014 on right now, bro. Like you can't speak on it without them, bro.
yeah, that during that era, like Migos is in that conversation because they're the ones that really blew up, and then all of a sudden it was just like, oh wait, these guys are now running Atlanta for like these past like 8 years, and everything off that since then has been, basically everybody trying to do their best imitation off that, and we've seen that, like we lived through it, from everybody.
And off of that, like you said, they've been out 8 years, and like you said, take back to the Takeoff point, like Takeoff never really got that credit. And I feel like even like with the left off Bad and Bougie thing, I feel like it's always shots. I feel like it's always about perspective. Like you said, these guys been out and for 8 years, bro. And I feel like one of the bars that stood out to me the most on this album was Takeoff was like, bro, I had a Drake feature at 17, bro. Like
Yeah,
I won at 17, bro. It was like it's only up from here, bro. Like that's really a high point. People don't get that 30s in their career, bro. I had it at 17. So like people saying, oh, we fell off, we're slow, bro. Like, do you know we started off as the hottest, bro? So like it might look like we're falling off because we started up out here, but no, we're still hot, bro. So I feel like that bar just kind of emasculated this whole like era they're in now. It's just like, bro, we don't really have to prove to y'all that we're still here, bro. Like we're established, bro. Like we're legends in this game, bro.
yeah, establishing like for people that know are about the culture and like listen to it, hip hop and just like the impact. The impact. You can hear the impact and literally everything from when those guys first popped off, like 2013, 2014.
Bro, they had a trap song #1 on the rap charts, bro. Like, I feel like we need this, like this, and just them, and just it trickles off to Cardi and just the drip she came in and did for the female rap culture. I feel like it's there on both sides, bro. Like they offered it up, bro. Like you just gotta hats off to the Migos, bro. And then it leads into Baby right now, bro. It's just like you can't have Baby without the Migos, real talk, because what is QC without them kicking it off with their album, bro? So it's like everything we seeing today, it just has to point back to them dudes, bro.
Mm-hmm. Appreciate it. We love the album. Great performances from every single one. Just y'all are the culture. and y'all just keep doing what you're doing, honestly.
But off of that, bro, and I'm glad I just brought up this baby point, bro, because it has been some rumblings that these two are they're beefing right now,
Cool.
Baby and Amigos. Cause I don't know if you saw last week, Baby posted to his story, ain't nothing but a little bit of straightening with a bunch of laughing emojis and like the agony meme. And then he deleted it. Like, and then P had his big birthday party last week and the Migos weren't there. So they're suggesting there was some tension right now. I can see it because when we were the group that got this shit hot, but this nigga is the hottest nigga in the game right now. So P might be looking at them like, hey, I really don't need y'all right now. Like I really like y'all, thank y'all for what we had, but like I don't need y'all. But I'm not trying to really get into the beef situation. This just brought me to somewhere else. Like when you see like the main star is emerging, how do you think people are feeling? And I'm gonna tie this to Michael Jackson at Jackson 5. How do you think the Jackson 5 were feeling on that last tour with Michael Jackson, bro? Like, how do you think
Oh,
the other five members of that
they were
group?
tight. Oh, they were tight. Oh, they were tight as hell. They were tight as
Like,
hell.
how do you think when they were like going to like the off the wall studio sessions, listen to this, they was like, this he's out of here, bro. Like, if we let this nigga release this, we're done. Like, if I was part of them, I would have made sure that off the wall shit never came out, bro. Like, I would have made sure Mike had to stay in this group, bro. Like, you were not getting out of here. And I feel like if I'm the Migos, yeah, we still popping as a group, but I'm gonna make sure that that next baby album's not coming out, bro. Like, I'm making sure. Because I'm telling you, that next baby album is gonna be the blueprint. It's gonna be college dropout. It's gonna be all of those things. So like,
he said it's like the man becoming is looking scary. Like,
right? Yeah, we only talking about what he's done so far. What's coming up next is even sicker, bro.
yeah.
So I'm just like, if I'm the Migos, I'm ain't nothing but a little bit straight, but I'm looking like, yo, Key Q, like, can we do the collab or something? Like, let's incorporate all of us into this shit, bro. Like, I'm not trying to have
Yeah.
this nigga look like the king of QC right now, bro. Not at all.
Yeah, let's drop another compilation album.
Wait, facts, like QC comp tape right now, bro.
Probably just we need that right now. Any actually not. Like you do that, that might be worse because then
Facts, because he's gonna show y'all niggas up on every track y'all rap with him. Like
exactly.
y'all know not to play with him. If it's beef, he's gonna out rap y'all. Since we on the label and we can't handle this like we really would, I'm just gonna out rap y'all niggas like in a competitive, friendly way. But it's gonna make sure everybody knows that I was the best rapper on this track.
Yeah, everybody on the timeline gonna be like, "Yo, like that Migos pretty sure was fire, but Baby just."
But I feel like Baby does that for whatever verse he's on. I feel like he just is trying to prove to whatever he's rapping, like, nigga, I'm better than you. It was like certain moments on like the Dirk album. I'm like, bro, you know, y'all, this is a collab, right? Like, y'all came together on this shit.
Honestly, I think Baby just has that mindset where he's just like, any verse I'm on, like I'm just going in. Like I feel like he has no breaks. I feel
like we are friends, sir.
Like, all right, cool, we friends and all, but like I'm still gonna go hard. Like I'm gonna still try to out rap you, like, cause hey, that's just how I'm built. Like I'm just gonna go hard.
I know like it's that funny like video. I need to see the real life footage of when Once and Each was recorded, bro. Like I just need to see what Drake's reaction was on that shit, bro. Like I just need it because Drake, Lil Baby was rapping like he wanted all of Drake's spot, bro. Like I would have felt a little person like, nigga, why are you going this hard right now? Like why are you going this hard right now, fam?
But like 5 years from now, would it be crazy to say that Baby really would be contending for Drake's spot? Because I don't think that's crazy at all.
It's not, bro. But it's like if I'm Drake, I'm expecting that verse 5 years from now, not today. Like nigga, relax, my boy. Like you're making me have like that. I'm saying relax because that verse would make Drake want to go on another 10-year run. It's like, baby, you're not here no more, bro. Like fuck out here.
But I like that. I need that. I like that. I need that. I need that because like yo, like you remember when what do you call it? Control came out and everybody was wilding on the Kendrick verse, and then we have everybody else like giving the response or trying to prove like like hey, I'm one of the best in this game too. I feel like we need that again. Honestly, I feel like something needs to happen. I think Baby's going to be the catalyst for that. for everybody just to like reset and just be like, wait, hold on, like, okay, this dude is a rising star. Like, he is a superstar. He's coming for the top spot. He's in the top spot right now. What am I doing right now? You know what I mean? Like, and like, and even for Drake's point too, because like Drake has been on the top of the pedestal. Drake hasn't been challenged for fucking 5-6 years now. He has not been challenged. Now this dude from Atlanta is probably the best shot. I want you to go for him, for anyone to really challenge him. And I feel like if Baby does come out like the next 2 years and just comes out with another tape and all these other verses that he's gonna do in the next 2 years, just keeps getting better and better, going harder and harder. I want that fire in Drake to spark again. Like, hold on, wait, slow down, because I run this thing. And I want to be the same thing on Baby's end. Like, wait, hold on, like, yeah, you may be that dude, but guess what? I'm that dude. And I want that just to have a trickle down effect for literally everybody and artists. Because when that happens, we're just gonna get great fucking music all around.
And I'm glad you said that, because the reason why I came on here at the beginning of the pod and said I'm Jaded Kiss, bro, because as much as I love rap, I'm Jaden Smith, but nigga, this shit kills me listening to it, bro, because you don't know how I feel listening to the Voice of the Heroes album and then hearing that Little Durk's brother gets killed, bro. I can't listen to the album with the same, oh, this shit is hard, this shit is that stuff, when I hear information like that. So I'm all for, yo, let's get back to this shit being rap. Why can't we survive? Why can't we see us go to 56? I just read an article, bro, about Bob Dylan. He's 80 years old, bro. He just released his 39th studio album, bro. 39th studio album. I want to know what the Biggie Jazz album would have sounded like, bro. Like, I want to know what the Tupac, like, politically social conscious poem album would have sounded like. I hate that the fabric of hip hop is rooted in we have to kill each other to get high. We have to really be about what we're talking about to get high. Like, why can't they just be a thing and then they're just talking about that and not have to be that? And it's on us because we want them to be everything that they talk about. So it has to start with us. Like, bro, like, I just saw Fulio just released a track. It was like, oh, my fans challenged me to release a track for the first song without dissing anybody. It was a song that was great. It sounded good. Like, these guys can make music without talking about killing each other, bro. Like, that's not the only subject of conversation that we have in rap, bro. So like you said, if we're just taking it back to the craft and saying, hey, let's just rap, bro. Let's just compete with each other. It's going to help the craft, bro. It's not a beef. We're just showing the skill. Like, we don't have to have an issue to go back and forth on a rap track, bro. Like, it doesn't have to be a diss track for us to compete, bro. And I feel like Baby is kind of showing, hey, street guys, let's take what we got from the street. Baby and Dirk. That's why I'm glad they were the two to have the album together, because I feel like we said last week, they are the highlight of this era, street rappers who can rap. Let's get away from the street stuff. I know that's what y'all live. I know you can't get away from it. It sounds foolish saying get away from it, but like, once we get out of it, bro, we don't have to keep talking about it. We can move on, bro. Like, Hove is from Marcy Projects, but he's rapping about art now, bro. He's not still rapping about that stuff. And I feel like just this era right now, I don't see where the switch is going to be to let's talk about art, bro. I feel like it's just going to be like, let's kill each other, kill each other, kill each other until we all dead, bro. And I feel like that can't work, bro. Like, how many rappers every week have a gun charge, bro? Like, and we can't get mad for them having a gun charge because, fam, you have to have a gun, bro. Newsflash, this is the most dangerous job in the world, bro. If you want to not believe it, saying it's all exaggeration, no, because you have to rapping about your life, and you have to be about everything you are about. And if you're about that, then you have to have that. So that's why Pooh Shiesty is getting booked for a gun charge. That's why the baby's getting locked up for shootings, because it's what we're putting out there, bro. And when we get out of this, we're gonna see. But right now, this path is just straight to. It's no end in sight. So that's why I'm jaded, bro. Like, I can't fully commit to this music anymore, bro.
Yeah, you brought a lot of excellent points there, honestly. And like, the main stand up from that is like, hey, it starts with us. It's just because like we want that, and it's just like like I know for me, like I love authenticity, and that's what I think for the most part we all do as music listeners. We want that raw emotion. We want the real stuff, the real things that we can relate to. Maybe not even in that sense that we can even relate to, but still like rap about your real life, and we want that. We crave that. We love seeing that perspective because like yeah, like that shit sounds hard, So yeah, it does start with us because like we don't want to hear like hey, that dude had a whole fucking 2-year run rapping about fake shit. You know what I mean? So it's like it's actually refreshing to hear like okay, someone who's actually about it, but at the same time, again, I do see your side and I understand it. Like it's a positive and a negative at the same time.
I just feel like, bro, at a certain point, the dudes at the top gotta make it sure that this is not the environments we continually keep rapping about, bro. It shouldn't be the fact that, yeah, we rapping about our real life experience. It shouldn't be that these are still our same real life experiences, bro. Like it shouldn't still be like that, bro. And we got billionaires and millionaires off of this. What are we doing with the money if we just gonna continue to funnel perpetuate this system, bro? Like, what are we doing with the money? Are we just getting it to get out and say, oh, I got out, so I really don't need it for anybody else? So what you rapping is not really real. So just say, I need to get up out what I'm at, and then just say that. Then we respect you for that, and then you probably won't get any fans if you do that. But they're not gonna do that. And that's the same thing why with the Floyd and Jake Paul shit. It's like, all right, Floyd, you making $100,000,000, but what are you doing with it, fam? Like, okay, I'm never gonna knock a man getting a bag, but like at a certain point, all money ain't good money, bro. Like you the most richest nigga ever, but what have those funds done for us, bro? Like for anybody, for the young black boxers out there that's trying to come up that will never have the shot that Logan Paul got, that will never get that look. What are you doing, bro? What boxing camps are you founding for underprivileged youth that they don't have to pay to learn how to fight like you, bro? That they could just show up for free and just learn like the kids in the Logan Paul communities, that they can just go learn whatever craft they want. What, like, I don't care about how the 30 million you made off of your trunks, bro. Like, I like that. It's empty stats to me, bro. It's empty stats, and it's just like we got to get to a point where the oh I made a bag, but I'm rich. What does that mean, bro? What does that mean at the grand scheme of things, bro? And that's
Right.
just where I'm at with a lot of people right now, bro.
Right. I feel that. It's like, okay, what else are you doing that money besides just buying clothes and cars? Like, what are like, and if you are from the streets, if you grew up in poverty, don't you want to improve the communities that you came from? That way, no one else has to go through what you went through. You
And
know
that's
what I mean?
exactly, that's why I love when I'm hearing Dirk talk about buying old block. Now, let's not talk about, oh, we run this block, oh, this our block, this our block. Own that shit, man. That's what always been my point. We dying over blocks that we don't own. If you own that now, then die about it. But go own it first. So I'm glad now we taking an initiative to go and erect those steps, not letting the projects we grew up in just get destroyed. Let's build this back up so the people that are going to come up in the same things we do, they don't have to come up and rap about this no more. They can rap about how Dirk changed the hood around, how I'm inspired by Dirk, that Dirk made me want to go to rap. Dirk made me want to go do something. That's what we can do now, bro. We don't have to be the same dude, be like, oh, this dude inspired me to go bust a gun off a roof. Why? I don't want to know that I'm inspired somebody to do that, bro. If I'm a rapper up there, I don't want to know that I'm the person who inspired them to do that, bro. That would just make me feel like the situation I got myself in, I didn't learn anything from that, bro. I just took it for what it was and just, well, let the next person do it, bro.
Right. And then like it's gonna have like you're gonna have a heavy conscience with that too. You're just like, damn, like I made like someone else that didn't have to be part of the street life at all. But because they were a fan of me and they took like all the real shit I was listening to heart and basically just replicated it again. So it's like, damn, like now being a rapper is tough. Like being a rapper is tough, man. But,
Well, that was just a little mini Jaded Smith rant I had to go on today, bro.
But honestly, like real talk, like it was a good combo or something that honestly needs to happen more often. And like hopefully, I hope that rappers are starting to have these conversations now too. and
Yeah.
that's hope. That's all we can really hope
All
for.
right, but let's get off that and let's get to some toxic shit. Let's bash a woman a little bit.
What happened? What happened? Who are you mad?
I
What's
just
up?
want to say that women be capping, bro.
We
For
know.
for years, the rap the women rap game made me feel like the men as the outside pit the women against each other. That there was no tension, no smoke, no nothing. I brought the weird year in hip hop up at the beginning of this year that a lot of girls told me why you in women's business, yada yada yada. None of that is true. The last three tracks that I've got from the three biggest rap stars in the female rap game have all been about each other. They've all been dissing each other on every single track. Cardi on the Migos track is dissing Nicki. Nicki on Seeing Greens is dissing Cardi and Meg. Meg on the Thot shit is dissing Nicki. It's just like, fam, I thought we were all in this together. I thought this was a big, happy family. I thought the men in the situation were the problem, but really, it's y'all. Y'all don't like each other. Like, just stop the cap. Like, men, we're gonna say we don't like each other, but y'all do this a diddy face. We all love each other, but y'all don't. Because there's no reason every single verse I've listened to from female rappers in the past 2 weeks have been about each other. Like, it just has been about each other. It's like, y'all heard that song, you like, all right, let me go to do this. Let me go and do that. And then off of that, it's just a little funny story. Off of that, I'm really not trying to get into the female rap game like that. It's a funny story, just how women aren't shit. Again, once again, just another point. So I was just scrolling down my timeline, and this girl I follow, she was talking about a situation between her and one of her close friends, and revolving her baby father. So she was like, this girl, she invited into her one of her friends. They were high school friends. They disconnected for a little while, but they were real tight in high school, like real one of the best friends. Reconnected. The girl was homeless, down on her feet for a while. She really didn't have a place to go. So the friend let her in, the girl who's posting this. So the girl posted this letter in her home. The friend has a baby father. They're not together. They have a strained relationship. I guess it's issues. Baby father, baby mother relationship. We know how the word works. So the friend who let the other girl in has been telling the friend all about the situation, how the baby father has is a trash thing. He doesn't take care of the kids. He don't be there. He don't do nothing. So the other friend's been helping out with the kids and all that, doing all this yada yada yada. So then I guess the friend found some pictures, some messages in the phone from the other friend, the friend that's living with her right now. She's like, oh, I'm not gonna expose her. I'm just gonna ask, how do you feel? Like it's in a regular conversation. I'm gonna see if you're going to expose yourself. Like I'm gonna see. I'm gonna give you the chance to come clean. So the friend says, so how do you feel about my baby daddy? The girl, the girl says, from what you tell me, he seems like an asshole. Like he's really a trash guy. Like I don't know why you date him. Like you should have been left him. I don't know why you ever let that man get pregnant. So this is the this is the next response from the friend. You lame as fuck on God. Texting my baby daddy. I seen the messages. This is this is the response from the friend who has now been caught up in the lie. Shaking my head. I don't even know what to say. But that was today only. When you respond with, I don't even know what to say, after getting caught up.
Follow it up. That was today only.
Say I don't know what to say when you get caught up in a lie is the funniest shit.
I don't know what to say.
It's just like...
That might be my go-to now, honestly. That might be my go-to. I don't know what to say.
Caught me, right?
Hey,
you didn't even give me time to come up with another lie.
At all. I don't know how I'm gonna back out the situation. I don't know how I can reach my way out of it.
You know, she was on the phone like, well, that escalated quickly as shit. She was like, She thought it was a regular conversation, like everything. And that's just what I say. Women, y'all are not shit. As men will never be in a situation like that. Like a man can never really just sit around another dude and just be calm, kicking it, smashing his queen like that, and be at the crib every day. Like eventually it's gonna come out. Like you're gonna chuckle a little bit. You're gonna say something. It's gonna come out, bro. But this girl was living in her house every single day, bro. Hearing the stories about what this man was doing to her, not taking care of the kid, bro. And she's still like, you know what? I want that. I want that. And I'm gonna lie. And I'm gonna deny it. And when you ask me about it, I'm just gonna talk about some bullshit that like that's the worst part of this. Like that shit is just, when she randomly asks you how she feels about your baby father, you should have been like, what do you mean? How do I feel about that?
Yeah.
About to continue into the lie like it was he's a dickhead. What do you mean? You know he's an asshole. That's your baby father. Why are you asking me about him? And then just to go into I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I've been caught red-handed.
I've been caught red-handed.
Nah, bro. That was just that, bro. That was just one of the funniest things I've seen this week, bro.
Like, just don't get caught up. if you live in the same house, especially like you have to be like if you're gonna do it, you have to take extra precautionary measures because you in somebody else's home.
And as a baby father, how did you make time to see this girl, but you did not make the time to see the kid? The kid and the girl are in the same freaking house, my dude. Like it's not like you were making an extra trip outside of the way, bro. Like to be a deadbeat and still pull up to the house that you're at when they like, fam, like.
Nah, you ain't shit for real. Nah, you ain't shit for real. If that's the case. If you pull it up to the crib where your baby mama stay, where your child stays, to go. Nah, you ain't shit. I just think I ain't shit.
Shit, hilarious, bro. But that's all I wanted to add, bro.
With that being said, we're gonna wrap it up. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. Like, share, subscribe, all that. Love when y'all do that. And we'll catch you on the next one.
Yeah, man, y'all stay safe, bro. Don't be messing with nobody, baby fathers, bro. Like
baby fathers, baby mothers, none of that.